You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Thursday the 16th of October, 2025. It is 24 days after the fall equinox. It is 66 days before the winter solstice. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 25th day of Vendémiaire, the day of the bœuf, the ox. The sun rises today at 7:08 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:41 p.m. The sun sets today at 6:13 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 6:41 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 7:13 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes, 35 seconds shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waning crescent phase and is 21% full at midday. The new moon will arrive on Tuesday, the 21st of October. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, low tide, 2:05 a.m., 18 centimeters. In the morning, high tide, 8:29 a.m., 1 meter 43. In the afternoon, low tide, 2:38 p.m., 30 centimeters. In the evening, high tide, 8:46 p.m., 1 meter 43. In our shared realm of plants and animals, the Virginia creeper vines are turning bright red. These copious vines have leaves arranged in a palm-shaped pattern and have berries that are delightful to birds. Virginia creepers are extremely hardy and quickly envelop walls or fences, making an effective treatment at the edge of a property, dense and full. The birds seem to have already made off with most of the berries, but the shift in color from bright green to scarlet red is one of the treats of the season. Commemorations. On this day in 1859, the abolitionist John Brown raided the United States Arsenal at Harper's Ferry, Virginia. He and his men hoped to inspire a slave uprising. They were apprehended, and John Brown was sentenced to death. Brown came to be seen as a martyr for the abolitionist cause, and his raid was a precursor of the coming Civil War. How one views his raid will depend on one's attitude to political violence. On this day in 1869, the Cardiff Giant was unearthed in Cardiff, New York. It is one of the most famous hoaxes in American history. It was made by a tobacconist named George Hull, who had a deep interest in science, especially in Darwin's theory of evolution. He made the giant after a debate with a biblically literalist pastor. Hull wanted to demonstrate how gullible people could be. The enormous figure was carved of gypsum and was more than 10 feet tall. The nude figure was modeled on Hull himself. After aging the carved stone, he had it secretly buried. Then he hired a team to dig a well at the site. They uncovered the figure, much to their astonishment. A tent was erected, and admission was charged to see the so-called petrified man. Although the hoax was eventually revealed, it remained a popular attraction. It is now in the Fenimore Farm and Country Village in Cooperstown, New York. On this day in 1916, Margaret Sanger opened the first birth control clinic in the United States at 46 Amboy Street in Brooklyn. Because both abortion and birth control were illegal at the time, it was also illegal to have open conversations about these topics. The clinic was closed down only 10 days later for violating the Comstock Act. On this day in 1934, Chinese communists began the Long March. At risk from the nationalist forces of Chiang Kai-shek, 100,000 communist troops made a 6,000-mile-long trek. Many did not survive the journey. It is part of the founding lore of the Chinese Communist Party. On this day in 1758, Noah Webster was born. The American lexicographer was a spelling reformer and political writer, but he is most famous for his American Dictionary of the English Language, published in 1828. It helped give form to the American form of Standard English. Today in Earth Science Week, it is Geoscience for Everyone Day. Do your part to help young people from underrepresented communities explore exciting careers in the geosciences. And that is the Observatory, Thursday the 16th of October, 2025.